The Xenobiology lab on Station Kepler 442 had analyzed 17,000 species. Their genetic database was the most comprehensive in known space, spanning 400 civilizations and countless millennia of evolutionary history. None of it matched the human sitting in the examination room. "Run it again," Dr. Veleth demanded, her zinthry vocal cords creating harmonics of frustration. The scanner's third pass produced the same result. Error. Genetic structure unrecognizable. No match found. The human, who called himself Jackson Moore, sat patiently on the medical platform, swinging his legs like a youngling waiting for dessert. He'd arrived on a damaged transport 3 days ago, the only survivor of a deep space accident. Standard protocol required genetic cataloging for all refugees. Nothing about him was standard. "This doesn't make sense," Veleth muttered. "Every carbon-based life form shares some genetic markers with something. It's convergent evolution. You can't just appear from nowhere." "Maybe I'm special," Jackson said with an easy grin. Before Veleth could respond, alarms shrieked through the station. Her communicator crackled. "Containment breach in xenozoology. The Krenth has escaped." Veleth's 3 hearts nearly stopped. The Krenth, an apex predator from Dark Hollow Prime, was being transported to a research facility. For meters of armored fury with toxin-laced claws and a hunting instinct that had evolved over 30 million years. It had killed 6 handlers on its homeworld before capture. "Lockdown protocols," she said, reaching for the emergency seal. Jackson stood. "Which direction?" "Stay here. That thing will." He was already at the door. "Which direction?" Something in his voice made Veleth point. "Corridor 7. "But you can't." Jackson walked out. Veleth followed, her better judgment drowned out by a sheer scientific curiosity. They found a Krenth 3 corridors away, covered in the bioluminescent blood of 2 security officers. It turned as they approached, sensory organs locking onto them. Then it saw Jackson. The Krenth froze. Its attack posture melted away. The creature that had torn through reinforced doors and combat-trained guards began backing away, a low whine emanating from its throat, a sound Veleth had never heard Krenth make. Submission. Jackson walked forward, his gait unhurried. "Easy now." The Krenth pressed itself against the wall, head lowered, avoiding eye contact. Jackson reached out and placed a hand on its armored head. The predator trembled, but didn't move. "Good boy," Jackson said softly. "Let's get you back where you belong." He led the Krenth back to its containment unit like a pet on an invisible leash. The creature followed without resistance, occasionally glancing at Jackson with what could only be described as reverence. Later, in her office, Veleth reviewed security footage from across the station. Every time Jackson passed the exotic animal containment wing, the same pattern emerged. The Vexian stalker, apex predator from a high-gravity world. The thornback serpent, whose venom could drop a Croalian warrior. The shade cat, evolved to hunt in complete darkness. All of them responded the same way. Recognition, followed by deference. "What are you?" Veleth asked when Jackson returned for his follow-up exam. He shrugged. "Your scanner said it doesn't know." "But they know," Veleth said, gesturing to the containment wing. "Every predator that sees you recognizes something. Something older than species classification. Older than our databases." Jackson was quiet for a moment. "Earth is a death world," document. For billion years of evolution, 99% of all species that ever lived went extinct. The survivors? They learned to hunt, to adapt, to dominate every ecological niche on the planet. He met her eyes. Humans aren't the strongest species from Earth. We're not the fastest or the toughest, but we're the ones who survived everything that planet threw at us. We outcompeted predators that were better than us in every physical way. You became apex predators through persistence, Veleth said slowly. Through being more stubborn than everything trying to kill us, Jackson corrected. Those creatures in containment? They recognize what we are, what we had to become to survive. He smiled, but there was something ancient in it. We're the species that refuse to die. Every predator understands that language. Veleth looked at her scanner's error message. Perhaps some things couldn't be measured in base pairs and genetic sequences. Some things were written deeper, in the very shape of evolution itself. "Welcome to the galaxy, Jackson Moore," she said quietly. "Thanks, document." He stood to leave. "By the way, you might want better locks on those cages. Predators respect strength, but they'll always test boundaries." After he left, Velith authorized station-wide security upgrades and quietly archived his genetic file under a new classification, Unknown Apex.